Exodus chapter 1 verse 1. Now these are the names of the sons of Israel, which came into Egypt with Jacob, every man and his household came with him. Verse 2. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Verse 3. And when there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. Verse 4. Then he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Verse 5. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass, that when war shall arise, they will join themselves unto our enemies, and fight against us, and depart from the land. Historical context. During this period, Pharaoh Amenhotep II, 1425 to 1400 BCE, expanded Egypt's empire through military campaigns. Verse 6. Therefore are they said to be a snare in the midst of the land. Verse 7. And he set over it captains of thousands, and captains of hundreds, over them which ministered unto him throughout all the land of Egypt. Verse 8. And he made their taskmasters to afflict them with burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. Verse 9. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, also they did not hearken unto them, because of the dread of God. Historical context. The Egyptian system of taskmasters and forced labor was used to maintain control over subject populations, such as the Israelites. Verse 10. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people, and their officers, saying. Verse 11. Against my people say ye, that they be men who live by bread, but they shall not live, they must do the work for me in the time appointed. Verse 12. Let them go therefore, as I have said unto thee, if there want a man of them, then let him die. Verse 13. And the taskmasters knew that this was done by reason of the famine in the land, and they made the children of Israel to be still. Historical context. In many ancient societies, including Egypt, forced labor was a common practice used to maintain economic and social control over subject populations. Exodus chapter 2 verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. Verse 2. And the woman conceived, and bare a son, and when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. Verse 3. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. Verse 4. His sister stood afar off, to wit, what would be done to him. Verse 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came forth to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side, and when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent one of the maidens to fetch it. Historical context. This passage occurs during the reign of Ramses II, 1279 to 1213 BCE, who was known for his extensive building projects in Egypt. Verse 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Hebrews' children. Verse 7. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? Verse 8. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. Verse 9. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child, and nursed it. Verse 10. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, Because I drew him out of the water. Historical context. The tribe to which Moses' future wife Jethro, also known as Ruel, belonged was a Bedouin group that lived in the Sinai Peninsula. Verse 11. And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens, and he saw an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. Verse 12. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian, and hid him in the sand. Verse 13. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together, and he said to him that did the wrong, Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? Verse 14. And he said, Who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me, as thou killedst the Egyptian? And Moses feared, and said, Surely this thing is known. Verse 15. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses feared the king's face, and departed, as before. Historical context. The passage shows Moses' familiarity with the court of Pharaoh, and his ability to move freely among the ruling elite without arousing suspicion. Verse 16. And he said, I will go out now, and stretch out my hand over Egypt, and bring forth my people the children of Israel, and they shall go up out of this land. Verse 17. But I have espied all my brethren, that is, they see not God. Exodus. Chapter 3. Verse 1. And Moses was keeping the flock of Jethro his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even unto Horeb. Verse 2. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush, and he looked, and, behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. Verse 3. And Moses said, I will now turn aside, and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. Verse 4. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I. Verse 5. And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Historical context. At this time, Moses was in his mid-40s and had been living as a fugitive in Midian for approximately 40 years, after fleeing Egypt due to the death of an Egyptian who he had slain in defense of a Hebrew slave. Verse 6. Moreover he said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. Verse 7. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which is in Egypt, and their cry hath come unto me, and I have remembered my covenant. Verse 8. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord that doth send thee, to bring them forth out of the land of Egypt. And Moses spake before the Lord, saying, Behold, when I come into the land of Egypt, and shall say unto Pharaoh, The Lord hath sent me to bring forth his people. Verse 9. But he said, Thou shalt go no more forth out of the land of Egypt, for thou shalt be a governor over my people Israel. Verse 10. And Moses said unto God, Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? Historical context. In ancient Near Eastern cultures, it was common for